What's going on, everyone? This video we're looking at the RBC Classic picks for tomorrow. We have $1 million up for grabs on Draftkings. A lot to touch on in this video. I also will be doing a giveaway for this for the golf this weekend. All you have to do is like the video and subscribe, and then comment down below who you think will win the RBC, and then all the winners will split $200. So if 5 people win, 5 people guess correctly, I'll give $40 to the winners. If there's 10 people, be 20. If there's just one person that gets right, I'll be $200 to them. So all you have to do is just comment and comment before the golf starts tomorrow. Any comments made during the golf tournament will not count. So before 6:45 tomorrow, just put your entry down below, and then on Sunday, once the tournament ends, I'll reply under the winners and ask for your PayPal email. So yeah, I'll have a little bit of fun with this PGA. Basically, my first video of doing a PGA, making a PGA video. I had one for Outlaw, but looking forward to it. I will be doing my same kind of format. So with this RBC Heritage, the main things to know is that it's a pretty much a lot of short fairways, narrow fairways. You're going to have to be very accurate. You're going to need to have golfers that are very accurate, and it's also a course that you can expect like basically anybody to have success in. So as you just look at some of the past winners, I know not all of these years had just star-studded feel like we have this year, but as you see, a lot of these names, they're not like top 10, top 5 golfers, so even like top 20. But you do see some similar names here in a lot of these tournaments. Matt Kuchar, runner-up last year, winner in 2014. You see Webb Simpson had a runner-up back in 2013. You see Brendan Grace here, Kevin Kisner. So you see some familiar names, but you also see that really anybody can have success, as like Pan won last year, Kadira 2018, Bryan in 2017. But with it being very, very concentrated on like driving accuracy, you can all find all these stats on the PGA website, pgatour.com. These are the golfers that are very accurate, nailing their fairways. So as you see, Jim Furyk, first so far this year. It's not a surprise that he has had a lot of success at this course. Winner in 2015, winner in 2010. He had a couple of other like top 10 finishes. So Furyk looks good, although he is, not very, very young anymore. He's not looking like a great athlete, but he's can still hit the golf ball pretty well. So really, I'm looking at guys that have decent driving accuracy and then are good with strokes gained off the putting. So those are the two main ones that I'm really looking at, I think. And then on DraftKings, the pricing is just so soft that you can basically play anybody. With there being so many golfers, I don't normally want to just go with a chalk player just because I'd rather just go with a lower owned player that can easily win this tournament. It's not like only top 5 golfers have a chance to win. So at the top, Rory McIlroy looks great at 11-3. Obviously, he's the best golfer in the world. Looked good last week and then just kind of fell through on Sunday. But I think he can bounce back. He's expensive at 11-3 if you want to go with him. Some cheaper guys that I like, Xander Schauffele at 10-2. He's decent at driving accuracy, decent with putting. And he's one of the best golfers at a 10-2 price tag. Looks pretty good. Morikawa, not sure how many people are going to want to pay $10,000 for him, but he looks like a rising star. He's going to be a very familiar name probably in a year or two, if he's not already. And then we have some top end golfers that are very cheap. You have Justin Rose at 9,200. Patrick Reed is only 8,800, and Patrick Reed is pretty good at strokes gained putting, second so far this year. He is decent with driving accuracy as well, and decent at 54%. Not great, but he's obviously one of the better golfers in the world. And he bounced back after kind of a tough first round where he had like a double bogey, I believe, in one of the first round holes. And he bounced back and had a very, very good showing with with 67 in round 4, 63 in round 3. So he had a great weekend. I think he will kind of continue that. He's a very, very good golfer. 6 top 10s already, 1 win. I think Patrick Reed at 8,800 just looks pretty good. Just really cheap. I think he can have success at this course. Other top golfers that I really like is Gary Woodland at just 8,400. I think there's a lot of great plays in the mid range that I'm not sure if I want to pay up all the way. Just because you have top golfers Reed, Woodland, Dustin Johnson, Koepka, Speed, Kuchar, Finau, all in this 8K range, all looking very, very solid. So, especially a guy like Gary Woodland, if you look at his driving accuracies, top 55, 65%, not a ton of top golfers ahead of him. I think he can have a lot of success here. And then you also see Matt Kuchar, who I will touch on. I like him. Kevin Kisner also had success at this course. Not a surprise that he's pretty accurate at driving distance. So I really like some of these 8K golfers. I think they have a great chance to finish like in the top 20, and they're priced very, very affordable. So speaking of Matt Kuchar, I like him a ton at 8,300. I think, as you just saw, he was a runner-up back in 2019. He won it in 2014. In 2018, I believe he also had a strong showing. So Matt Kuchar looking really, really good at just 8,300. I'm not sure if he'd be super popular just because you have like Dustin Johnson right there. You have Finau right below him. But I really like Kuchar, especially if he's not going to get a ton of love just with some of the other like bigger names right around him. So really in that 8K range, I love those three a ton. I like Finau at 8,200. If you look at some of his stats, uh, about 54% driving accuracy, but he is also decent at putting. So strokes gained putting is decent. But I think he can get the job done. He's a really good golfer, and I expect him to make the cut. And then you have Tyrell Hatton, who's going to be pretty interesting just because he's only had like 4 events this year because he had wrist surgery, but he's a top golfer. At 8,000, he's not rusty at all. I could definitely see him do very well. He's like, if he's playing well, he's going to finish in the top 10. That's how good a golfer he can be. And at 8,000, I like Hatton. And then scrolling down to some more value plays that look pretty good. Ian Poulter looks very, very solid. Poulter has 57% accuracies, very good at strokes gained putting, and he's also had some success at this course. Pretty good course history for Poulter at a very nice price tag. Kisner, mentioned him. He's right there in putting and accuracy, especially accuracy at 26, 67%. Definitely should have some Kisner interest. Victor Hovland looks very solid as well. JT Poston had a very strong showing last year. Joel Damon, Bueno Ann at 75. These are just golfers that you should definitely have in your player pool. Adam Hadwin at 7,300. I like that. And probably go just, even though I don't know if he will dominate this course, but Jim Furyk has really dominated in the past, like 10 years, had a couple of very, very strong showings. Now that it's 2020, I'm not sure if he will be able to contend for a win, but maybe a top 20 probably at 7,100 looks pretty solid. So those are some more golfers that I would have some interest in. But really, I'm looking at like this 8K range a lot. There's just so many strong golfers there that I have a lot of interest in them. And then if I will be paying up, it's going to be probably for like Xander Schauffele. I like him a ton at 10-2. And then you have Webb Simpson. He looks like he's going to be popular again this week. So obviously, if you don't want to play the chalk, you don't have to. There's so many other tremendous plays right in that range. But that's what I got for DraftKings, and then we'll be touching on FanDuel now. All right, over on FanDuel, we have, no surprise, Rory McIlroy, his most expensive golfer. You have Justin Thomas right there, John Rahm, Xander Schauffele at 11.6. So pricing is appropriate. You have like $10,000 to spend per golfer, so a little bit easier to pay up for some of the top end golfers. You see Patrick Reed is up to 11.3, so on DraftKings, I think he looked very, very good. It's too cheap there. But then you also have some cheap plays like Gary Woodland at 10.5, Matt Kuchar is 10.4, Finau 10.3. I like all three of those guys in that 10K range. Under 10,000, you have Tyrell Hatton at 98. I like that. Kisner at 98. Joel Damon, Poulter at 94. Billy Horschel also had a lot of success last year at this track. If you're into course history, also I think I would caution you just by going off gospel with the course history because there's never been as like a star-studded field as there is this weekend. So definitely think that although I will be looking at course history, just keep in mind that there are a lot of better golfers and a lot tougher field this time out. JT Poston, I like that a lot at 9,200. And probably have like some cheap plays too, like Breno Ann at 91. Harris English killed a lot of people, but he looks fine at 90 or 8,900. And kind of it. Jim Furyk also sticks out at below 9,000. Adam Hadwin sticks out a bit. Not sure if I will be going very much cheaper than that. I don't think you really need to go super cheap. The golfers that I like, pretty similar to the ones on DraftKings. Gary Woodland, 10.5. Finau at 10.3. Actually, probably go Kuchar at 10.4. Just, I think I feel a little bit more comfortable, especially if it would be a little bit lesser owned. But Woodland, Kuchar look tremendous. And then for value, you have like Tyrell Hatton at just 9,800. And then probably Poulter, I like that at 9,400. Really, really cheap for Poulter. Should have some success, pretty good success at this course, I would expect. Still leaves you with $10,000 left for the other spots. But that's kind of what I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Also, don't forget to partake in that giveaway, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video if you want. And good luck this weekend.